Is the Frozen Arrow even worth upgrading? I put quite a bit of resources into upgrading my Frozen Arrow to level 19. But as you see here, I don't have it equipped anymore. And I'm going to show you why here today. But first, I want to finish maxing out my Archer Puppet. I'm sold the Archer Puppet is the better move, and I'll tell you why in this video. So at first glance, the Frozen Arrow seems like a great choice. It slows down those targets when you're targeting a defense. It's going to increase the Queen's DPS, but it's missing something very important that all the other Queen equipment is offering, and that's some kind of health boost. Every other piece of Queen equipment has some kind of health boost, whether it's a health recovery here on the Archer Puppet, a hit point increase here on the Invisibility Vial, another hit point increase on the Giant Arrow, or even a hit point increase with a self-healing per second on the Healer Puppet. They all boost the Queen's health or recover some of her health when the ability is used. And with the Frozen Arrow lacking that, it makes it really tough unless you have healers on your Queen. Now, this isn't 100% substantial evidence of why or why not to upgrade the Frozen Arrow, but this was what kind of convinced me a little bit earlier today. We were doing some FCs in the clan. I was just messing around against my base here, trying to figure out this more spammy approach. We've shown off Queen Charge with the Frozen Arrow. This spammy approach, I feel like this is where you're going to want like the Archer Puppet in there, not only for those archers to spawn up, but also just to have that health recovery in there for the Queen. But this was the first attack. This one I had Frozen Arrow on my Queen, the level 19 Frozen Arrow at that, and it goes pretty standard. I mean, it does pretty decent through here, and this was actually my second attempt on this base with a different approach. The first approach I went through the Town Hall. This was the second approach where I found like taking on those sides were just kind of a little bit of a pain. And as you see here, we just don't quite get through there. And, you know, it could be a lot of different reasons. We're using a little bit of a spammy approach, and we'll test some things out a little bit later here in the video. But I wanted to show this off because this was kind of the evidence. When the Queen goes down and everything goes down here, remember that Queen doesn't have the health recovery there. Like, we're at 80%, so it's kind of tough right there. We could have got a few more buildings, and King with Phoenix might have been able to get that close to 90, but it definitely wasn't going to 3-star. But right after that attack, we went in with the Archer Puppet on the Queen, and we had a lot different results here. Now, again, this is a very spammy approach. It's a lot different, but can't argue with the results. And in my opinion, this one kind of went worse. Why is that not going away? Why is that not popping off the screen? I don't know. It's stuck on there. But the rocket balloons kind of chase through over here, and they just stay up. The rocket balloons just stay up, or at least the one rocket balloon stays up and deals a lot of damage out here. But we actually end up getting through. It's pretty much the same attack, same base, same style here. We do maybe get to the Town Hall a little bit better here. I still use that invis near the Town Hall. I don't know why that's stuck there. That is really driving me nuts. But for the most part, I mean, it felt like the same attack. That rocket balloon stayed up and dealt a lot of damage on the outside. I mean, maybe some of our Root Riders go to the top with the King, and that helps out. And then we bring the Royal Champion in a little bit later. But we get through this for a 3-star. And what really sold me on this wasn't just this one. It was the next few friendly challenges after this. Look at that. We still got a rocket balloon up there. And it's a little bit close, but we still have Queen in there. We still have Royal Champion in there, and plenty of time for cleanup. But not only that, I went in and I 3-starred the next 2 friendly challenges as well with the Archer Puppet. So that kind of sold me. It's like, oh, that makes a little bit of a difference. Having that health recovery in there, having those archers spawn, I think it's decent. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you can't 3-star with the Frozen Arrow, because I actually 3-starred 6 times with the Frozen Arrow today. And that's the thing that I'm having a lot of problem with, is it's not really decisive either way. Even on like the Queen charges, I'm not sold that it works one way better or the other. But for an epic equipment, it costs a lot more to upgrade it. I'm just not sold it's epic. It's not, like, if it had a health factor in there or a recovery factor in there, then it would be epic. I just don't know that it's really that much distinctive. Like I talked about in the past, if you're doing a Queen charge, maybe. But like on these spam attacks, there's no need really for a Frozen Arrow. Yeah, we get through there, and we do pretty well overall in my Legends Day, but I did have a 1-star today, unfortunately. So maybe if I had that Queen recovering a little bit of health, she stays up and we get through there a little bit better. We barely go positive on the day, but I did have a 1-star. Those were all frozen arrow attacks. Like I mentioned before, I think this is all subjective and depending on what kind of attack you're doing, but let's try queen charge here. But I'm gonna purposely let the queen get low, and I'm just gonna let her ability auto pop, because I think that's where we're gonna have the issues, is like when her ability auto pops, if something comes in and fires through, you could have some issues with that. We need to get this air defense out of the way. We'll just do that. We'll try to mimic these two the same. On this one, we do have the archer puppet, so this one will be like our baseline test with the archer puppet. I'm just gonna let her go. I'm not gonna use any spells, just whatever happens here happens. And I want to see, so like with the archer puppet, we get her into this compartment, we get the ricochet cannon in there. I just want to see what happens. So she goes to ability, and there we go. Now if that scatter shot hit, she could have still got killed through ability, but that little health boost right there allows her to stay up just a little bit there. If we put a rage in there, obviously she's fine. Now let's try that exact same approach with the frozen arrow equipped instead. So we'll go ahead and we'll use our sneakies out here just to clear everything out. We'll go ahead and we'll throw the queen in with the healers. We'll throw in those few balloons again the same way and take out this air defense here. But we're just focused on the queen. We don't really care about all this other stuff. It's all about what the queen's gonna do here, how she's gonna behave. I mean, we didn't even get the air defense out. I don't think we get it out in the last one, but it at least helps a little bit. All right, so here's the big difference is when she's going to go to ability here, she's not going to have that health recovery. But notice, wait a second, notice she slowed that bow down a little bit. Ooh, see, that's the difference here. So is it worth upgrading the frozen arrow? I don't know. See, that right there, that's exactly what I was trying to demonstrate. It's a lot easier for her to die through ability. So like if you have your queen charge going on over here and like say you're focused on all of this stuff because you put all this in over here, it's very easy for your queen to go down without you noticing because she doesn't get that little bit of a health boost. That's exactly what I wanted to show off here. It was nice. She was able to slow down that bow. Obviously we could have used some rages and helped her out, but that's exactly what I'm talking about with this. With that frozen arrow, that little bit of a health boost makes a big difference. So again, if we just kind of some kind of like health regeneration there, or even a health boost, I think that would make the frozen arrow a little bit more plausible. I think it's decent, but every other piece of queen equipment having some kind of health boost or health recovery in there makes it a little bit different. I'm not necessarily saying the frozen arrow is bad, but for an epic equipment, it's going to take a lot more resources to max out. I feel like it's just a little bit underwhelming. But again, guys, on a spam attack, it's not like you can't 3-star with the frozen arrow. I think the archer puppet just might be, I don't know. I mean, it's already leveled up. I didn't have to put much resources into it. It just makes a lot of sense. Now, I haven't really messed around with the healer puppet or the giant arrow much to really speak on them. I know Carbon Finn's been playing around with the giant arrow a ton, so maybe check him out for some giant arrow content. But for me, I feel like the archer puppet's just going to be the easy move. But again, it's not like you can't 3-star with the frozen arrow. I 3-starred plenty of times with it. Even yesterday doing the queen charge into Root Riders. This gets through for a 3-star. But like even this was yesterday, like because I was using queen charge Root Riders. I think I'm gonna go back to the spam. The spam just seems a little bit easier. Again, like I talked about in my video previously, I'm just not a huge queen charge player, so maybe that's why it's not so much for me. I think a lot of the equipment. Now I'm not just speaking about frozen arrow healer puppet here. I think a lot of the equipment we have is going to be based on your playstyle. What do you like? What do you want to use? I think that's going to be a big factor into all the hero equipment here. Did I pick a bad replay? I mean, I know it's a 3-star. Did I pick a bad replay here? I mean, the queen joins up to the pack, so that's not bad. But okay, I guess the roots will open that up and then the queen will go grab the town hall. Okay, that's fine. I just grabbed one of the first 3-star replays from my playlist from yesterday, so I didn't really check this one out. But again, she goes to ability there, and she was really vulnerable there for a second. Luckily, we did have healers on her. I think that makes a big difference, is having those healers where you can get that health boost. But even still, there were a few attacks. I couldn't find replays of it. I think it was a couple days ago, where I did lose a queen through her ability because we didn't have that little bit of a health boost to kind of boost her up when she went to ability. So I don't know, guys. You tell me. Is the frozen arrow worth upgrading? I'm going to say no. Well, that's painful to say because I'm so big on the epic equipments. Like I was so big on the giant gauntlet, and I feel like the epic equipment should be epic. Don't get me wrong, it's a really cool concept, but it needs some kind of health boost in there. That's just my personal take. If you don't like it, well, the comment section's down below. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. You guys have a great day. Keep on clash bashing.